Good morning, everyone. Today, our team represents a Thai Supreme Court case that connects law, medicine, and ethics, known as the Thaksin 14th floor hospitalization case. Let's go. You know as the Thaksin 14th floor hospitalization case. In August 2023, former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra returned to Thailand and was sentenced to 8 years in prison for corruption cases. However, on very first night, the Department of Correction announced that he has serious chest pain, hypertension, and low oxygen level. He was immediately transferred to the Police General Hospital, specifically to the 14th floor in VIP ward, and he stayed there for more than 6 months. This situation caused a public debate that was this a general medical necessity or was it a misuse of medical authority of avoid imprisonment? Later in 2025, the Supreme Court ruled that the execution of his sentence was unlawful.
There were four main legal questions raised by this case. First, did prison and medical officers have legal authority to move Thaksin to a hospital? Second, was the medical certificate truly based on health conditions or politically influenced? Thirdly, does hospitalization in a VIP ward count as legal imprisonment? And finally, could doctors or government officers held legally or ethically liable if their actions are allowed a prisoner to avoid punishment? First, Corrections Act 2017, inmates must be held in a designated prison. Next, Ministerial Regulation 2020 Section 5, only prisoners, doctors can authorize external hospital transfers. Next, Criminal Code Section 22, sentences must be executed in a prison. Next, Medical Profession Act 2525, Section 23, doctors must act honestly and follow medical ethics. Medical ethics principles, justice, non-discrimination, and medical neutrality. Next, according to Thai law, a prisoner can only be moved to an outside hospital if prison doctors confirm that the illness is too serious to treat inside the prison. This is clearly stated in the 2020 Ministerial Regulations. The Criminal Code also says imprisonment must occur inside a correctional facility. Furthermore, the Medical Profession Act and ethical principles emphasize that doctors must act honestly without discrimination, independently from political influence. So, legally and ethically, every decision here should have been based purely on medical facts, not on a person's status.
In legal terms, this transfer clearly did not follow the proposed procedure. The 14th floor of the Police General Hospitals was not an official place of detention. It was a private VIP medical suite. Therefore, the Supreme Court ruled that Thaksin imprisonment and had not been clearly or in accordance with the law. For an ethical standpoint, this raises serious question whether doctor decision medically justified or politically influenced. If medical certificates were issued without clear evidence of life-threatening condition, it could be considered misuse of medical decision, violating both professional ethics and public trust. In legal terms, this transfer clearly did not follow the proposed procedure. The 14th floor of the Police General Hospitals was not an official place of detention. It was a private VIP medical suite. Therefore, the Supreme Court ruled that Thaksin imprisonment and had not been clearly or in accordance with the law. For an ethical standpoint, this raises serious question whether doctor decision medically justified or politically influenced. If medical certificates were issued without clear evidence of life-threatening condition, it could be considered misuse of medical decision, violating both professional ethics and public trust.
To prevent similar incidents in the future, our team proposed 4 recommendations. First, set up independent medical review board to evaluate image health claims. Second, require transparent medical documentation and multi-doctor approved before transferring a prisoner to a hospital. Third, improve medical ethics training for doctor working under government or correctional system. And finally, promote medical neutrality. Ensure that medical decisions are made purely on scientific and ethical grounds. In conclusion, the Thaksin 14 case is not only political controversy, it's a powerful example of how medical decisions can affect justice. It reminds us that both the law and medical share one core value, fairness. That future professional As a future professional, we must ensure that medical authority is never used to distort justice but to protect human dignity for all. Thank you.